Hey there! Today we are going to do something a little different. I'm going to show you the colored pencil sets that I typically go to in the fall. Now we all know I'm a Prismacolor person. Prisma follows me around year round. So they're not on this list because they're with me at all times. So that's kind of a given. But there are other sets of pencils out there that for some reason in the fall, I just want to use, and I wanted to show those to you. So let's start with, we're just going to go in order. Okay, so the first set, this is kind of like my little collection set. The first set I have are the Derwent Graphite. So I'm going to grab out swatch charts as well, because I want to show you what, these look like. So here is a graphite pencil. So these are tinted graphite from Derwent. They unfortunately only come in a 24 pack, but they have the signature color dipped end and the stripe. They're nice and chunky monkey pencils, as I like to call them. And these are incredibly versatile, but the color palette itself is also very autumnal. Ugh, it's such a hard word to say. I can say it when I'm not on camera. It speaks autumn is what we're going for. See how they're kind of muted, but still very pretty. And the cool thing about Derwent Graphite, now I do have a video somewhere on this channel about how I use them in adult coloring books, but you can use them wet or dry, and you're supposed to. If you're only using these wet or only using these dry, you're literally getting 50% of the goodness that comes from these amazing tinted water-soluble graphite pencils. So this is the color range of the graphite. Absolutely gorgeous. I do feel they go a little crazy with the grays. I mean, graphite is gray, but do we have to? Now, I love the colors, and I used them on a few autumn pages, but look at this autumn brown, the chestnut, just the range of browns. The greens are very pretty. The blues are lovely, and they even have a bright blue, but it's still just something that you want to use in your autumn pages. And like I said, wet and dry. Usually what I do is I'll create a wet base and go over it with the dry pencil, and I kind of did an example here a long time ago. Love the Derwent Graphite. Okay, and then next is the Steadler tinted graphite. So these are hexagonal pencils. These ones, compared to Derwent Graphite, are bright. So as you can see, if we did like a side-by-side, way more vibrancy, whereas these are more muted, but still absolutely gorgeous. These are like, hello. That said, the color palette that comes with the Steadler tinted graphite, which is a 12-pack, is still just perfect for fall. You've got rich purples, reds, browns, not as many grays, obviously, because it's just a 12-pack, but the blues are perfect. And also, keep in mind, these are mixable. So I could scribble this little bad boy on a palette and mix it with other colors from this set or any of my other tinted graphite sets, which brings me to the next one. You're like, what are we doing? Just all tinted graphite? No, but they're all in the same case. So another pencil I tend to lean towards in the fall is the Color Tint by Spectrum Noir. I have this one here. Now this is called the Nature set. There is a primaries set also of 12. Technically that means there's 24, but you cannot get your hands on the other one. I don't know if they stopped making it or what. I've given up. However, the Nature set is what I'm focusing on anyway, because it is also very fall-ish. So I actually like to combine all of my water-soluble tinted graphite pencils, all the brands, and use them together because you get slight variations in color. Now again, these are not as bold as the Steadler, but that's okay. I still get different blues. Like, check that out. You know, different blues compared to here. A lighter, you know, green. I got this earth green that's not in this set. Seaweed is beautiful. And there are even some colors, while they look similar, you actually have a few different variations from what come in the Derwent Graphite tint. So I like both together. But, you know, if you're on a limited budget, then I would go Graphite Tint and Steadler personally, only because they're more affordable, easier to get, because this one is, you know, hit or miss. But still, I love using my tinted graphite. The colors are all just so beautiful. So Spectrum Noir, Derwent, and Steadler all have tinted graphite. Okay, so next is my Derwent Lightfast. Yes, there is going to be a lot of Derwent in this video when I was compiling my list. Let's just say Derwent has great fall colors. I don't know what to tell you. So here is the Derwent Lightfast pencil. These are Derwent's, you know, highest rated Lightfast pencils. Yep, they're all LF1 and LF2, I believe. There may be some that are LF3. But again, traditional Derwent styling with the color dipped in, nice fat juicy pencil. Now the only thing is, when I'm showing you my color chart, I am using a combined color chart created by Amazon Tammy. By the way, she was kind enough to put these in color family order, combining the Caran d'Ache Luminance and Derwent Lightfast, which go really well together despite one being more predominantly wax and one being more predominantly oil. They are like besties. So the ones without numbers next to them are the Derwent Lightfast. And as you can see, like, especially like look on this side, all of these without numbers, just beautiful fall colors. Even their grays, warm grays. Same thing in here. Look at all these colors. Again, just look at the ones without numbers. All those greens are very rich. And then we even have some brighter colors as well. But then even like in your reds and deep purples and loads of oranges and yellows. So I have always loved the Lightfast set for fall. In fact, I've colored some Teresa Goodridge and other pages just with the Lightfast. They are absolutely stunning in themselves, but the color palette is very, I'm going to try to say the word that again, autumnal. It's autumn. Okay, next. Yes, another Derwent. I did warn you. In the fall, for some reason, I lean towards using my Inktense more. These are not necessarily a fall palette, but they are at the same time because they're so deep and bold and rich, but also they work well in a fall page. Think of your fall leaves. You've got all the colors here for fall leaves. Baked earth, willow, red oxide. You've got plenty of oranges, tons of warm yellows. And despite the fact that they're incredibly bold and brilliant, they work amazing on fall pages. So it's just another one of my faves. If you have not seen the Inktense before, here is an example. I use these quite a bit, and as you can see, they're not very short because these things last you like forever. So just FYI. But the Derwent Inktense is, again, same style. You'll notice the little stripe. Again, that nice chunky feel to them. I love it. And then these do have names and numbers. I think the only ones without numbering systems are the Lightfast, but I could be wrong, so let's not quote me there. But again, this is a perfect set for fall. For me, I love it. These deep colors, and then even some of these bright ones. They're just warm, and yeah, I use it all the time in the fall. I just realized that most of my fall go-tos are water-soluble. So I have the water-soluble graphite. I have the Inktense, which are a water-soluble ink, not watercolor pencils. I will fight you on that. They are an ink. that said, they are a dye-based ink, so that's kind of where the I guess confusion lies. But speaking of water soluble, I also lean towards using my Faber Castell Albrecht Durer pencils in the fall. Now, I don't know what it is about the palette specifically. It could just be because I love the Albrecht Durer as well, but the color choices, because these match right up with your polychromos, by the way. But once you have hit these with water, they're a lot more transparent. They would be kind of similar to if you did a very light layer of your polychromos, except these will be smooth because they've been water activated. So the colors themselves, I'm so sorry, by the way, for the sniffles. I'm still getting over whatever cold's been dragging on. I mean, look at some of these rich earth tones that you have in here. Lots of warmth coming off this palette. And that's what screams fall to me, is warmth. Yes, we do have some cool colors, obviously, but this palette has a lot of warm colors that are great for fall pages or just fall artwork in general. I mean, the reds, plenty of warm reds. They even have these warm yellows, and even their cool yellows work well. And everything can be mixed because it is a watercolor pencil. You don't need the 120 set. I even did a video showing the 12 count set of Albrecht Durer and what you can create using that set, which, by the way, is you can make this. You can make a lot. It's just how much do you want to mix versus what do you want to do. But yes, Albrecht Durer are by far another one that I use a lot in the fall. So the Albrecht Durer, like I said, its sister is the Faber Castell Polychromos, same colors, color names. Now, the names may vary because some of these have the older names, but the number does not change. So you may notice like your 217 would have a different number or name, but then the number is the same in your polychromos. Unlike the polys, which are round, these are hexagon. I've noticed most companies like to make their watercolor pencils hexagon, but they still have the color dipped end and the stripe. And you can use these as a base layer and put your polys on top. But also these work excellent dry. There's quite a few artists that don't even own polys. They just use these wet or dry and call it a day. So I always tend to reach for these in the fall as well. I love using them on fall pages. So another one to consider. Last but not least, and one of the very few non-water soluble pencils, because the only other one is my Derwent Lightfast, are the Derwent drawing pencils. These are also one of the newest additions to my color pencil collection. I only got them a little while ago. They only come in a 24 count tin. I don't know why that is, but I mean, look, just open the box and it's like high fall. I mean, right down to the barrel color. The picture on here, fall. So if there's not one pencil out of the batch that just screams fall, it's going to be this one that does. So here we go. I'm going to show you the colors of this 24 count palette, which, by the way, are beautiful. These pencils are so creamy and luscious. Derwent, if you're listening, if you were to make more of these, I may supplement my Prismas. Just saying. Like, quit messing around with ChromaFlow, just make more of these. That's all I'm saying. I love these pencils. Very earthy. I mean, they are meant for landscape drawing, which is why they have those earth tones, but look at the warmth off this palette. I mean, I could color just about anything autumn related and be totally fine. You still get blues in this set. You have this gorgeous Soloway blue, which is a nice cool gray. You can actually layer and mix these if you want to create other colors, but you still have plenty of blends and capabilities with just 24 pencils. I've seen artists create something that is out of this world using just 24 of these little guys. So the color palette color palette is perfect, and it has the infamous Chinese white pencil. So let me show you these. The core on these things is flippin' ridiculous. Look at that. It's almost as wide as the pencil. Like, look how little wood there is. Again, chunky monkey style. That's what I call the Derwents. I love it. Has the traditional band dipped in. You have the name. You will see consistency with naming. There's a wheat in the Lightfast collection as well. It's something Derwent does, but the numbering system always is different. And then the barrels are different colors depending on the set. And then it also varies with England and Britain as well, but they'll always say which set. So this is Derwent Drawing. So yeah, these are luscious pencils. I mean, yeah, this is the ultimate fall set. I'm going to be using this quite a bit this fall. Now that I have finally purchased it, I'm quite excited because they are so smooth and soft that they're going to work on a lot of different adult coloring books I have that, you know, traditionally I would reach for my Prismas on because my Prismas are super friendly. Now, I'll probably use my Prismas, say I'm doing one like from Jana Prosperina. For the skin tones, I'll probably use my Prismas, but then I will be using a lot of this for coloring the rest of the page. So, things like that. Do I really want to use these on Create Space paper though? Not so much, because these are not cheap. So I may be scanning and putting it on better paper. But yeah, that is the end of my little fall favorites. So again, we have the Faber Castell Albrecht Durer, the Derwent Inktense, the Spectrum Noir Color Tint, the Derwent Graphite, the Steadler Tinted Graphite, the Derwent Lightfast, and you could use your Lumis as well, but I feel Lumis don't have as many fall and warm colors as the Derwent Lightfast. And then, of course, the Derwent Drawing. I would love to know what are your favorite pencils to break out in the fall, if you have any, or if you just stick to, you know, your everyday pencil. And also, what paint brands do you tend to go to? Do you have like specific paint palettes? I have a few of those that I'll be showing in a different video, so I always like to hear about that as well. But yes, I do break these out as the cold temperatures come up and the pumpkins come out. And I'm very excited to play around with these. Now, will my Prismas be ignored? Absolutely not. But in case you were curious, this is my preferred set of pencils to use in the fall. So thanks for hanging out with me and checking out my favorite fall pencils. And until next time, everyone, take care. Bye now.